Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cruise Conversations. And today we have a very special episode where we look at meeting the innovators. So we're going to be talking to some of the key suppliers to the cruise interiors supply chain who are coming out with innovative products and services for the cruise line industry. So today we have a very good friend of the show, founding partner of the event as well. It's Josh Ralston with Agua Fabrics. Hello, Josh.
Hi Toby, how are you doing?
Very well, sir, very well. So tell us a little bit about Agua Fabrics for those at home that have not used you guys, if people even exist.
Yeah, sure, there's a few still. Look, we're a fourth generation family business. My great grandfather started the company in the 1930s, so we've been around a while. Direction of the business has changed a bit since then. Our background was always healthcare, and over the years we've got involved into more and more different industries, and we now cover, well, still our main area is healthcare, but we now cover hospitality, cruise, workplace, the education market. So we cover a range of different markets.
Interesting year for you then, Josh. It's healthcare and cruise. I mean, it's been chaotic at the least, I'd say.
It's been pretty chaotic, yeah. I say a really tough year for everyone, but we're all
there is light. So Josh, I've known a lot about your business because obviously we work with you guys. You've been producing antimicrobial fabrics for, well, 10, 20 years now. It's a long time, right?
Yeah, so we've been doing what we call performance technical fabrics, upholstery fabrics for, about 20 years. Early 2000s we started. So everything we do is very, very performance driven. So it's all fire retardant, it's all Crib 5, IMO, all waterproof, antimicrobial, stain resistant. So all the standards. So really easy to sort of keep clean and use in situ.
So this series of sessions is all about innovation. So I want to ask you, what have you guys been doing that's innovative for the cruise line industry that you weren't doing before COVID? I've seen Agua Guard 365. What is Agua Guard 365?
So look, we've been doing antimicrobial for years, and when COVID hit, it was looking at how we can take antimicrobial that step further. And obviously looking at cruise and also other industries, how we can protect against specifically COVID-19 to give people a feeling of, being safe within an environment. So we worked with a Swiss company, a massive laboratory, on developing an antimicrobial that would be tested against COVID-19.
Okay.
And thankfully, we after a few months of innovation, we've got there. It has been tested against COVID-19, or the strain of the virus that causes COVID-19, and it's got a 99.99% efficiency. So it does the trick. It kills COVID-19 on the surface of the soft furnishing.
Because that's a very interesting topic, because I speak to a lot of suppliers. We do a lot of these types of interviews, and one question I always ask is, does this technology exist yet? Is there some type of coating, some type of protection that has been tested against COVID-19? And I've, straight up, I've heard that this doesn't exist. So when I saw your product, I think we need to speak to this guy. We need to find out more. So you can confirm that this does kill COVID-19.
Yeah, it's been tested in a laboratory in Australia, specifically against the strain of the virus that causes COVID. It kills it to 99.99%, which is as good as you can get. It does the job. It's being used on the same sort of technology is being used on face masks and things like that as well. So that it is now sort of out there, and we're using it on all of our on most of our soft fabrics now.
So talk to me then. So you guys have got product that you've got ranges that you were able to sell to the cruise line industry, IMO certified, of course. How is this product, this Agua Guard 365, applied to the fabric? Is it a new range that you've got to introduce, or can you use it on existing products?
No, we can use it on 11 so far of our existing collections. We can use it on, and it is now on those 11 collections as standard. You can't buy it without it. We've sort of moved away from our old antimicrobial and moved to this one instead.
So it's as standard then?
It's as standard. It's on there. It doesn't matter if you buy 1 meter or 100 meters or 1,000 meters. It's on there.
What are the typical applications for this product then? Is it upholstery for furniture? Is it where are you typically seeing this?
Yeah, so look, it's upholstered, any upholstered area. I mean, so you're talking furniture in restaurant, bar, bedroom chairs, headboards, anywhere where you're upholstering it can be used. So. And
what type of impact does this coating have on the IMO aspect and getting it onto a ship? Did you have to make any changes, or are you ready to go?
No, thankfully not. Obviously, when we developed it and we first ran with it, we got everything tested to ensure it wouldn't change. We didn't think it would, but we obviously tested to ensure. But no change at all.
Wow. So one of the other things I've been thinking is we keep hearing the words infection control. And what that means, I think it's a new term that I'm hearing, of course. Healthcare have always been big on infection control for obvious reasons. Are you hearing any, use cases within the cruise industry and why they might use your product? Can you give us any examples? I know you might not be able to say names of brands, but
no, very much so. Look, we've just supplied a load of vinyl to a cruise ship for that exact purpose, infection control, looking to put vinyl and faux leather into areas on the cruise ship, so it's very, very easy to keep clean. You can wipe it down with bleach, all of that type of thing for that exact purpose, infection control. I like to think that Agua know infection control better than most, being our background in healthcare and so yeah, I think it's going to be a hot topic everywhere, but in particular cruise, because you want to give people certainty and a feeling of safety being on board, don't you? And if you can do that, then you're likely to start selling tickets again.
Of course, yeah, that is the number one reason. So I have a question for you. If you're in the housekeeping department, how do they know that this type of, okay, so for example, headboard or this chair, how do they know not to that they don't need to clean that as they would a product that hasn't been treated? Is there a way they differentiate between the two types of upholstery?
That's a really good question. It's a difficult one because obviously there's different ways of cleaning different fabrics. Ours can all be cleaned with bleach, which makes it really but obviously it all depends on different ships, different housekeepers. You always provide technical sheets on your fabrics and how they can be cleaned, but obviously you're in a different realm once they go on board. You don't really know how they're being cleaned. You hope they're being well. On most ships they are, but yeah, I think it's the main thing is, for our point of view, is being easy to keep clean, and being able to keep clean with microfiber cloth and a bit of bleach and damp, and knowing that it's not going to affect the appearance or the surface of the fabric, which obviously ours are okay with.
And talking of impacting the overall design or the product they get on the ship, with this Agua Guard 365, what impact does that have on residues for like smells or the colouring of the product? Does it have any type of?
It's completely odorless. I call it like a see-through coating, because you don't know that it's there. It's like an invisible protection because it's just applied to the fabric, and it doesn't affect the appearance, handle, or anything to do with the fabric. So it's like you just don't know it's there, but it is, and kill COVID. So
and so talking about some of the common objections that you're going to be facing with this, it's a brand new product. Nobody else that I'm aware of is able to offer this. What do you think are some of the common objections that you're going to face, and how do you think you can overcome them? What are some of the big questions you're going to get?
Yeah, I think you touched on it briefly before, and that's the feeling that it doesn't exist yet. Yeah, it does. People have been working on it. I'm sure there's more than just us that have been working on it as well. We were trying desperately to be the first to go to market with something like this. Yeah, I think, look, it's important to note that it is an antimicrobial. It's not just tested against COVID-19 as well. It's
Cool.
tested against things like E. coli, salmonella, MRSA, all that type of thing as well. So you are protecting on different bugs, not just COVID and things like that. You know, and you know, we can't escape that there's going to be other infections going through cruise ships as well. Neurovirus has always been a big one. So I think it's just having, you know, as many, you know, something in place to prevent it from happening as much as possible.
Absolutely.
And, you know, hope this will do that, and give people confidence to start using it, knowing that it's not going to affect the handle, not going to affect the appearance. That's a common question we get is, oh, is it going to feel different? Is it going to look different? It doesn't. It looks like it always does. And it's kind of a stereotype we've always had to go against, because there's always been a stereotype of a waterproof fabric not looking, feeling good. It's not true. You know, it's just not true. It can look lovely, it can look elegant, as well as being very technical, very practical in use. I guess a good example of that is we sell the same fabric into frontline healthcare as we do into 5-star hotels. You know, it's that type of thing. It can look good, but also perform well.
Absolutely. And I suppose the question then is, we're hearing that there is going to be this big restart within cruise. You know, there's going to be a time where they need product and they need it now. What do you guys, what can you guys offer in that respect if they need products? Is there a long wait in terms of manufacturing, or are you ready to ship?
No, we pride ourselves on having things in stock. You know, we have vast amount of stock. Sometimes it scares me how much stock we've got. I was at the warehouse earlier in the week and I was looking at it thinking, wow, it's a lot of stock. No, but it's great. It means we can supply very quickly, globally, on quick lead times, turnaround, you know, big volume very, very quickly. So it's a key. It always has been a key. You're only as good as the stock you've got, type of thing.
Of course. So for all of our cruise line execs watching this, our interior designers, our architects, we purposely not talked about the science, or the exact science behind this. I've seen the document, and it's scary we're talking about silver and membranes and all of this stuff. We're going to post the actual PDF in the link, if we've got a link below, or we'll send it when we put the video out, just so you can see it. So you have a captive audience here now, Josh. You know, all of the interior designers, the design studios, the cruise execs looking for this type of product. What's the message you're sending to the industry right now?
We've got it. It exists. It's there. It's in stock, ready to go. You know, we've got our catalogs and all of that, and we're happy to discuss it. We want to explain to people what it does. You know, it's highly technical. We don't want to get bogged down in the technical side of it, because won't be interested, but it works, it's tested, and you know, it's ready to go. We want to start selling it. We are selling it. We want cruise to get going again. I think everyone wants cruise to get going again in as safe a manner as possible. And this is only going to help.
Fantastic. Well, Josh, thank you so much for your time today. I can tell how proud you are to be with a company that's obviously come to market with this, well, from my understanding, first. And we look forward to seeing you at the shows and working with the cruise lines.
Thanks, Toby. I really appreciate it. And yeah, likewise, really look forward to hopefully seeing everyone later in the year.
That's absolutely correct. Thank you very much, Josh. Take care.
All the best.